A co-blog is live here at the Lagos State House of Assembly for a peaceful protest organized by the Afero and Itoikin-Epe Farmers over a land dispute between them and the military. It is believed that due to the military invasion on this disputed farmland, their source of livelihood has been threatened and destroyed, and they are here to hear their grievances, hoping that the state government and notable people provide solutions to these issues. As it unfolds, a co-op blog will be bringing you the coverage of this event, so stay with us. I am Babawale Solomon, reporting for a co-op blog.
Give us our land, all we are saying. Give us our
No farmers,
no nation,
no farmers.
No to military invasion.
no to military invasion.
We are not at war.
We are not at war.
Farmers are human.
Farmers are human.
We are losing billions,
We
please.
are losing billions.
Sanwo-Olu comes to our aid.
Sanwo-Olu comes to our aid.
Tinubu, call your people to order.
Tinubu, call your people to order.
We are not at war.
We are not at war.
This is no military era.
This is not military era.
This is democratic dispensation.
This is democratic dispensation.
No farmers.
No nation.
No nation.
No farmer.
The Afero and Itoikin-Epe Farmers held a peaceful protest at the Lagos State House of Assembly over the invasion of their farmlands by the military on Tuesday, January 9, 2024. According to the farmers, the land which the military claimed to be theirs was allotted to them by the state government after the previous farmlands were used for the commencement of the Lekki International Airport. The State House of Assembly were filled with aggrieved farmers who trooped out, singing songs of solidarity and aired their grievances over the maltreatment they are receiving over the farmlands. The chairman of the Afero Itoikin Farmers Association, while addressing members of the press, gave a brief insight on how they were relocated away from the previous land by the state government to another which the military is now laying claim on.
I happen to be the chairman, and these are members of the Afero farmers that are very aggrieved with what we are doing today. As I said, Afero Farmers Cooperative was established as far back as 2005. Purposely, commercial farming in crops and livestock to promote food security in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole. We are more than 20 members of the Farmers Association when we started this farming in 2014, before we were being displaced by the Lagos State government for the purpose of Lekki International Airport during the regime of former governor Raji Fashola. Raji Fashola, being the governor then, promised us that he's going to relocate us and compensate us, which he did beautifully. So we were relocated to this present place where we are having the problem, where the military just invaded us and took us by the storm, that we should all start packing. Immediately we resumed our farming business in 2015 in Elujumowo, Motaku and Egon, where we are relocated. We started having problems from the Omonile hooligans. Immediately we took over our farm. Thugs will come and disturb our farms, destroying our crops and stole our livestock. As time goes on the Omonile brought, and we reported the incident to the government official through the governor, Minister of Agriculture, Lands, Survey, Commerce and Justice, and no response or action from them up to this moment. The Omonile grew wings by harassing and threatening us with higher police, military, thugs, and frivolous charges from police locally and Abuja. We have been invited several times to Abuja on the land that was allocated to us by the Lagos State government. Lawsuit on land that was allocated to us. We have been through hell and hardship, and Lagos State government turned deaf ear to our problems. When the problem of the Omonile and estate developers persisted, we approached the Ministry of Agriculture through the Agri-Land Holding, popularly known as HALA, being the agency that allocated the land for us at this place. So we went there several times that they should come to our rescue, that the Omonile have taken over. They said we have to pay for them to come to the land to chase away this Omonile and the estate developers. We paid over ₦1 million. We have the record of it, for them to come over and to even bring their signpost to scare off the Omonile. Immediately the Lagos government official, they left the place. The Omonile, they took over again. They came back with full force, erecting fence on our farmland, disrupting all our businesses. We reported again to the Commissioner for Agriculture through the Permanent Secretary, and nothing is being done to it. So all those ones were going on until recently, I think as far back as first week in December, the military men just came from nowhere with full force, almost about 15 truckloads of Nigerian army personnel, started chasing everybody around, beating everybody, including our customers. Anybody that is seen on site is being displaced and beaten. As of this moment that we are talking, the military men have taken all our farm area in the area. They station their place there, they have their barracks there, they have their ammunition there. In fact, they have to tell us that we have to move all our stuff, that they don't want to send off our personnel because of exchange of ammunitions. We approached them. They said the land belongs to them, that the Lagos State government have no business to allocate the place for us in the first instance. They said if you have any issue, we should go to the Ministry of Defense in Abuja. And we told them that we don't have any issue with you. We only have the issue with our landlord. And who's our landlord? It's the Lagos State government that allocated the place for us in the first instance.
The legal advisor of the association, Mr. Oyelayo Oyetunde, expressed his sadness over the situation, hoping their grievances are addressed to avoid farmers' migration away from the state and also litigation.
It's when they took, I think in 2013, when we had to leave Afero, most of us even got C of O for our land, and we are doing very well. They took the land under the guise of that they want to eat for overriding public interest, which we considered too. But later we discovered that they even gave it to individuals, some individuals. They didn't use all the land for the international airport. That didn't show goodwill at all. They didn't show goodwill. And even before we got to our present site, they've already issued licenses to some sand miners. They were mining sites. Some of our farmers cannot use the land they gave to us because this soil has already been mined. And they said they got also a permit from the Lagos State government to mine the land. That is double standard. So what they've done to us is repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience. They've not treated us well. And I think if I have a choice, personally, because I have like 5 acres of cashew nuts, they are already fruiting. But I don't have access. The place has been fenced up. We have coconut trees there also. I think we have to leave the state. We have to leave the state, and I know the implication on food insecurity on the state. As much as possible, we believe the Lagos State governor should come into this. He should look critically into those involved in it. Because I think what they did it in bad intentions. They know what they are doing. It was not in error. You gave us a land that belongs to the military. 1, 2, you issued licenses to sand miners. They were already mining the sand. So we, the farmers, we cannot even make use of the gully they gave to us. Even I was thinking about the gully in my own farm. Will I do fish pond or what? But they've already excavated all the sand. And still, we are still managing before the military came. And their own is to beat up everybody. I can't get to my farm. No, but none of us. Jolly Farms, we saw him here. He has modern agriculture farm. Millions of naira have been spent in putting up that poultry, but no access. We have over 5 years, we have been paying people to maintain, I've been paying people to maintain my cashew farm. Now the cashew is fruiting. I cannot even sell. Would I just let everything go? I think the government should look into this. It's very important. Otherwise, the issue of food insecurity will not be solved in Nigeria. Lagos State in particular will be threatened. Yes, our line of action, we have briefed our lawyers. We've briefed them already. I'm just telling you the steps we are going to take. We've written to the appropriate authorities. We've briefed our lawyers also. Our next line of action, if we don't get compensated or relocated, we are going to leave the state. And we are going to file actions, sue the Lagos State government, sue everybody that could be sued. Because we took facilities from banks. We are paying banks.
When they came in, they did not come in as gentlemen. Characteristics of the military, they came in threatening, fire and brimstone. They stormed the place. It's not walking in like gentlemen. They stormed the place, and you have to run. And that is the first reaction. You have to run for your safety. And those who, were caught up, they had a bit of the experience you expect from military who have come for operations. They were beaten up. So nobody, look, I'm in my 70s. Yeah, I can't expose myself to such harassment anymore. So the most logical thing to do, safe thing to do, is to stay away from the farm. I've stayed away from the farm, so I don't know what is happening there now, right? How much destruction has been done. I've not been there. See, they came in, so I just said, look, let me respect myself. Because once you are dead, this is Nigeria, I don't know how much will be done to take care of whoever. You are a dead man. So first of all, is to preserve yourself. So we have stayed away. How it has affected our business is, of course, this farming is a daily business. So if I miss a day or two not being in my farm, the impact. Yeah, we have planted crops that are mature to be harvested this time. They are not nobody. I had to remove find a way to remove my birds from the farm, because I cannot leave my chicken there, without feeding them. Emergency evacuation, So really, our business have been, strangulated seriously, to put it mildly. If you go to my farm, it's not. I don't rear my birds on the floor. Yeah, it's they are elevated platforms. Yeah, and that's like making a story building. The reason for that, and then in there, I put cages so that the birds do not have to have access to their droppings. Yeah, they are not on the floor. Yeah, they don't have access to their droppings. So I raise them in cages. They don't have access to their droppings, and so they are healthy. I don't have to bombard them with chemicals, that will end up in your body. So it's a modern farm. So it was not cheap, put it in place. Honestly speaking, if I would trust the government to give me a secure land, I would say, okay, let's go. But because I have lost confidence in the government's capacity to give me a land that is safe to operate, I would rather, so if you cannot do anything with the military to leave us where we are now, please give me adequate financial compensation. And then I go and take time to look for alternative place, which I will be careful to investigate. But let me tell you this. We never acquired the land where we started initially. We never acquired them illegally. We bought from Omonile as it is known. In fact, before I bought that land, I went to the Ministry of Lands, where they gave me somebody that introduced me to the villagers. Go and buy from the villager, come and rectify. After buying and rectifying, and now in a position to start operating, I put up structures. And then they came, oh no, this land is no longer available. Hey, where were you? Somebody who came out to ask for title to the land told you what you were going to use the land for. And these are not temporary, activities. Farming is not a temporary job, So now you are coming, it's okay, fine. It's government, public interest. So, and we moved. And today, we are finding that there was fraud in that movement. It is said that the land you were moving us to, there's an issue on it. And I cannot take that one for villagers, take that one from families who are greedy to make money for now and let the trouble wait for the future. But not for the government that has all the information and has no problem with wanting to make money quick. I do understand. They have no business wanting to make money. They were not going to make money from us. They didn't make money from us. So where you were taking us to, you should be sure that there was no echo branches. Yeah? Before moving out. You have moved us once, and now we cannot operate there. How can I trust you that where you're moving to next is safe? That is the only problem I have with that. So if they will give me my cash, compensation, adequate cash compensation, let me go and reorganize myself, and think of what to do. Thank you.
The chairman of the Afero Itoikin-Epe Farmers Association, Prince Wale Oyekoya, also entertained questions from the press.
We knew that the military are going to come on December 10th to displace us. But if the Lagos State government have really stepped into it through the agric land holding that, listen, you allocated this land to these farmers. What is really going on? Because even some of our farmlands, some of these estate surveyors, estate developers, they came into our farm to erect fence. Despite the fact that we showed them our letters of allocation that this land was allocated to us by the Lagos State government, but they will not listen to us. So that's why I say I believe there's a collaboration between some Lagos agencies and this Omonile and estate estate developers, because the military were telling us that this land belongs to them, that even they want to use for agriculture, why all of a sudden they are seeing all these developers developing on their land. So that is the main reason that they say they are taking over their land and fencing it out. As we are talking right now, if you go through that talking to Ekpe, you see what we are talking about, that they already clear. Most of the fence we put there, you can imagine somebody have a farm of 100 acres fenced, and the military just cut it through because they wanted to erect their own fence. We have almost about 25 farmers right now. Others are going to join because I blend that there are some other farmers in Elerufu that have not really joined us. So definitely in total will probably be like 40 farmers. And we are talking almost about 200 acres of land. Because mine alone is about 100 acres and his is about 55 acres, and some have to, we'll be talking almost about 300 acres of land that the military are taking over now. Our prayer is for the state governor as the executive governor, the speakers of the House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, Wale Raji, Abiru, and Tobun, who is the representative of our Ekpe constituency, to really come to our rescue, to really come out in full for that, to condemn this action of the military. Because we are not in the military era. A military cannot just come and just dispersing everybody. If you go there now, the place is like a ghost. So apart from that, we want compensation for everything that has been destroyed in our farmland. Because you can imagine somebody that planted oil palms, rubber plantations, and all of a sudden, you cannot even access it. And these are cash crop that is supposed to enjoy for the next 30 years. And that just started fruiting. Like my brother here, he's a retired police officer also. He's a retired commissioner of police. All his retirement was spent to plant the oil palm. If you go there with the picture I gave to you, they just put the bulldozer everything out without any compensation, without any notice. This is barbaric and need to be condemned by every concerned people, even including the president. I want the president Tinubu to look into it. I'm sure he will listen to it and he'll be brief that we are not in the military era where the military will just come to a peaceful community where they are doing their farm settlement and all of a sudden just raise it down and fence the farmers out. This is a total invasion that needs to be condemned. A jobless person, what are you going to manage when there's nothing to manage? You have to run for your life first. Because if you go there as we are talking now, they have taken over the whole place. Like my own farm, they use my own farm as a base. Our farmhouses, I have the pictures here that are already sent to some of the correspondents. They put there that we should relocate all our farm land. Where am I going to relocate a whole building? All the palm trees, all the rubber plantation that we planted, we cannot even access it. And they say, okay, in the latter move, we are not disturbing you, but you have your guns put at our head. I say we should be eating. So most of our workers already left us because out of intimidations and fear. They are jobless just like we. This is the only business we know. So the government really need to come in, both the federal and the state government and the House of Assembly really to come to our aid.
The issue at stake is very simple. We want the presidency, our father of farmers, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. We want Mr. Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, our Adura-Agbemi Governor. We want the Speaker, House of Assembly, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. We want our Senate representative in the East, where the farmlands are located. That is distinguished Senator Tokunbo Abiru. We want Ms. Honorable Raji Wale, who is representing the Epe constituency in the federal constituency. Then Honorable Tobun, who is the representative covering Epe local government in the Lagos State House of Assembly, and also the chairman of the local government, that is Ketu Ikosi Ejirin, to all look into this matter, set up a committee if possible, and resolve the issue between the military and the state governments, so that the farmers who have invested billions of naira of their sweat, of their past investments, including loan, to get relief in terms of, if possible, relocation and monetary compensation to start their farming activities. Because in the course of this military attack and demolition, there have been losses of economic activities, investments, and job losses. The workers in the various farmers group cannot come to work. The buyers cannot come to work. There are some cows that have missed. The oil palm that are supposed to produce for 30 years, that have been established over 10 years, have been destroyed. In fact, this is barbaric. If the military wants to take back the land as they claim that they give to the Lagos State government, they should go back to the Lagos State government and discuss it on the round table. Not to come and destroy, then later they now seek for resolution. No. The military needs to be addressed. They need to be corrected. This is a democratic period where we have the president as the chief commander of the armed forces. And there is no point government fighting government when all of them are advocating for job creations, for economic prosperity, and for various reforms that are going on in the country now. So this is very alarming. It's very barbaric. It's not called for. Nigeria has improved beyond this level. So they should follow the due process in their course of resolving their issues. They should follow due process. It should not be through the way of destruction. So look at, for example, now the various workers. They are family men and women, and the owners of the farms. We are all family men. We have responsibilities. Our sources of income have been demolished. It's very painful. The sweat of many years, investment in billions. The land area we are talking about is between 300 to 500 acres. So governments, we are appealing to Mr. President, Mr. Governor, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Wale Raji, and the distinguished senator. So please look into this matter and come up with final and positive and progressive solutions. Thank you very much.
Members of the Afero Itoikin-Epe Farmers Association expressed their displeasure at the inactions of the state government, actions of the military men, stating that their source of income have been sabotaged.
You know, it's kind of sad in the sense that probably about 9 years ago, we came to this very place when Fashola was the governor. Fashola was the one, he was the governor at that time, and they drove us from our Afero farms, and we have to come here to protest for them to move us somewhere else, to reallocate us and get us compensated. And Fashola did a tremendous job. I mean, he was perfect, everything was done, and they relocated us. Now, we're at the other place now, doing our legitimate businesses, about 28 to 30 farmers, and boom, 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 soldiers just came with guns, and everybody had to run away. All our workers, all they all run away. Now, there's no job. All our employees now, they're scared of their lives. They have to feed their children, they have to feed their family, they have to send children to school. But I know, because of the agenda of the present regime, I know the government will do something. That I know. And like I said, the governor Fashola has done tremendously well, and I know Governor Sanwo-Olu will do better at that point. So I'm not really worried. Even though the military came, we are disposed now, but I know the government will do something. I have a huge trust in the government. No, it should not. No, it should not. The federal government is even looking for lands for food security. Now you have farmers who are producing chickens, who are producing vegetables, who are producing meat. Now you're driving us away. So, and cash crops. Now you're having shortage of food already. Now in Lagos State now, we have to import foods. Now, which is not supposed to be, but now we are here even produce the food to make it more price competitive for the inhabitants of Lagos State, and they're driving us. So, no, because we are farmers. That's our bread and butter. So we still want to continue farming. But yes, they have to relocate us and compensate us too, because we all have structures in these places now that the military had demolished. So yeah, we are farmers. We still want to farm. So it's not just the money. We are farmers. We still want to farm. We are proud being farmers. You know, I came from the US. I brought all my savings to invest in the farm. Now it's like everything is gone. So now I have to start all over again. I mean, geez. But I know the government will do something. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
I acquired the land about 10 years ago from the landowners. I don't have problem with Ererufu landlords. But after the acquisition, I applied for ratification with Lagos State Government, Ministry of Agri, which was granted. In the process of obtaining the certificate of occupancy, I was to do the survey again, e-survey. And in Lagos State, if you want CFO, you must have e-survey. My e-survey was signed by the former Surveyor General, Mr. Shogowanwa, and I've paid the necessary. I've obtained the CFO for the processing, the amount required. I've completed. All I'm waiting for is the issuance of the CFO. My land covers about 55 acres, and I've planted palm trees about 10 years ago from Tesco and the NIFO in Benin. 4-5 years I've been producing. For about 6 years ago, they've started production. An average palm tree will last for 50 years if properly maintained. Apart from the palm trees, the mill processing the palm oil, the palm kernel, there is no part of palm tree that is useless. Every part of palm tree has economic value. So we have been living in peace with the Ererufu people. They have not given me any problem since until December, when some soldiers invaded the farmland. Not only my farmland, about 40 farmers are involved. The difference between me and some of the farmers affected is that some of them were relocated from Afero in the Beju Lake area. In my own case, I acquired it from the landowner, and I applied for ratification, and I applied for the CFO, and I'll be paying ground rent to Lagos State Government. So all the palm trees destroyed now, they are running into several millions. So since I'm not the only farmers affected, I have to join other farmers for common purpose. That's why we are here today, and I appreciate your coming also. So we are appealing to Mr. President, the State Executive Governor, the distinguished Senator Tokunbo Abiru, and the Honorable House of Rep Wale Raji, even the chairman of Ikosi local government is not involved in this crusade. He should be informed to know what is happening in his own domain. It's not a matter of confrontation, but it's a matter of justice and compensation. Thank you very much.
Farmers are the life wire of any society, and today the Afero and Itoikin-Epe farmers have aired their grievances on how they release their lands for public benefit and how the Lagos State government allocated to them another land belonging to the military, and now they are being threatened out of the land by the military, and hoping that the state government and the appropriate authority come to their aid and provide solutions to this issue. In a country where there is food security issues, I think this needs to be addressed promptly, and hopefully this is done by the appropriate authorities. This is a Court blog. For more news, information, trending, gist and entertainment, follow us on all our social media platforms and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Babawale Solomon reporting for a Court blog.